I don't like when the canvas starts to wiggle. Good evening, everyone. Wow, what a difference. I'm like a little bit shorter. We're all a little bit shorter because we have a brand new easel. From who, babe? From Cheryl.
Yeah, I'm going to move this iPad a smidge.
Oh, move the iPad a smidge. It shows us a preview view, but it's never the view.
There you go.
I'm not talking about the view on TV, but the view.
Better.
The Paint with Josh view.
Much better.
Excellent. Thank you, honey. So, hopefully all the Wi-Fi's are off in the house and we have good connection.
Oh,
and,
I didn't verify that.
And we're going to get our Bob Ross liquid white on the canvas, which looks a lot like this. Welcome. Look at this. I might not be able to sit. We're going to have to get a new stool.
Okay.
A softer stool. But if I stand, I might be a bit too tall. This easel is very large. Thank you, Cheryl. Oh, no, I just got the first little bit of paint on the easel. Oh, no. So we like to show everybody how we get the canvas ready, because a lot of times you look at these tutorials and they pop right in. You're like, well, how did you get the liquid white on there? How much did you put on? You know, how do I know if I have enough on there? Look at all this. Is like, there's only 2 stickers on this thing. Guess what they are? Paint with Josh stickers. That's right. And the old one has been retired under the table, only to come out for events and easy traveling, right? It's kind of hard. I'm going to have to get used to this angle here. There we go.
You'd be right.
I think we've got enough paint on the canvas. Look at that. We'll go back and forth across the entire thing. Then I'm going to show you what kind of colors we have. We're going to get all zoomed in and nice and up close. And we're just going to freestyle a painting tonight and just literally make it up as we go. I have like a very, very, very minuscule idea of what I want to do. And then we're just going to let it rip and see what happens, right?
Let it rip.
Let her rip. Right into my paint thinner cup. These might be too far away, actually. We might have to readjust. We did some adjusting on the studio, and those things might be just a touch too far away. Let's see. So now that we have our Bob Ross liquid white on, which is definitely vital to the technique, we have our brand new palette sent to us by Linda. Thank you, Linda. We've got a brand new palette, so we're going to go through our colors. Titanium white, midnight black, alizarin crimson, phthalo blue, a little bit of cad yellow mixed in with the bright red, and then Van Dyke brown and dark sienna, both the brown, so the dark brown and the light brown. Now that we've got our brushes all clean and our canvas is all wet, you can test it and make sure that there's just a little bit on there. You don't want to have it real goopy and nasty. That's going to be too much, to make it too thick for us to blend on. It should feel nice and slick when you go over it with your brush. Let's see, we're going to need a little bit of our liquid white highlights. All right, so let's take a little bit out of the jar here. Use our old trusty knife, mix it up a bit, scoop it out right into the jar. Let's see.
Debbie Boyd, thank you so much for sending 200 stars.
Hey, Debbie!
We have our regulars here. Roberta Harris. We've got Chris Doucette.
Chris, he's preparing for the hurricane. Be careful, Chris. We should paint Chris like a nice, pretty, soft scene to break away from the severity of the hurricane that they're about to go through.
From the scariness.
The scariness. All right, so we have our little tub of liquid white. A little bit off my game today because it's the first time we've ever painted first sitting down like this. And secondly, with this easel and the new stuff, we got new brushes. We got new Nick Pro fan brushes from Annette. So thank you so much, Annette. And you're like, how are they sending you all of this stuff? It's through my Amazon wish list. So go on, I think London will post our link tree, and right at the top of the link tree is the Amazon wish list, and then that'll take you straight to all the stuff that we like shoes. There's these really cool paint splattered, like Paint with Josh type shoes that are going to be really neat. And, you know, we appreciate and love all the love that we get from you guys, really. A little bit of bright red onto our palette here. And let's see, not too much. Let's kind of decide what we want to do. Maybe we'll get a little bit down in here, not too bright either. Doesn't have to be too bright or too deep dark red with that thick red. Right, just blend it in. You know what, let's do a little bit. Let's do it in this way.
Dave Mann
then we'll come down this way.
I'm Dave, Knoxville, it's 10 p.m.
Hey!
Tonight's sandwich is grilled cheese.
Excellent sandwich. Yes, I almost forgot to mention, if this is the first time you're watching a Paint with Josh video, comment, tell us what kind of sandwich you like. Mix in a little bit of the yellow with that. Get a little orange, a little difference. What's your favorite sandwich? You know, where are you watching from? What time is it where you are? Just little differences all throughout our sky. Fantastic.
John O'Grady says, love your shirt, babe.
Oh, thank you.
Can other people get shirts like that?
Yes, you can get shirts like this in my Etsy store, or straight through YouTube, which would go through my Shopify store. We have lots of places to get shirts and hats, same sort of hat.
Do you know what we don't have?
What don't we have? We have pillows. What don't we have?
Third-party scammers trying to sell
That's true.
T-shirts.
Yeah, this week we had a scammer take Tanya Rodriguez's photo.
Were you going to say Tonya Harding?
I was. Tanya Harding's
skater?
photo. It's
Like
Tanya
the-
Harding. She's a fan of mine, Tanya Harding.
Like the ice skater?
Tanya Harding's definitely a fan of mine. So somebody took that photo from her posting it in the group and said, "Oh, look, I got a Bob Ross t-shirt. Look at my new Bob Ross t-shirt." And I knew it was fake right away because obviously it wasn't a Bob Ross t-shirt. It was a Paint with Josh t-shirt. And they knew that. And so I clicked on the link and it took me to some crazy site where they were trying to sell my shirt. And I can't imagine what the resolution would be like if they were downloading it from Tanya's Facebook into,
But
and then
what
putting it on
happened,
their
babe?
site. Was weird. So then my attorney, my pitbull attorney at law, London, got on the
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. My She-Hulk London got on the email blast and was like, "Yo, you need to take this down. This is unsanctioned sales of copyrighted material." And they immediately took it down. She was on them like white on rice.
While driving, nonetheless.
While driving. London doesn't mess around.
No.
You mess with old Papa Paint with Josh, London will come after you.
Yep. Management at Paint with Josh says, "Don't do
True.
this."
We have a brand new website called Management at Paint with
Email.
Josh. Brand new email. Management at Paint with Josh. Let's leave a little darkness, a little bit up there.
We're gonna have to cut some ferret nails now that we have 3 pairs of ferret. Does anyone else do that? Do you buy something and then misplace that one thing
Yeah.
and then buy something to replace the thing that you lost? And then magically at some point in your life find all of them that you've ever purchased? That just happened to
They
me.
all just show up.
We now have 3 pairs
A
of
little bit of
ferret,
blue, a little bit of
ferret
white.
nail clippers.
Yes, we've been looking for them for ages, and they are finally back
All
In-
3 pairs.
in the Paint with Josh household. There we go. Just let those colors kind of mix in a little bit. Just a little, right? Nothing crazy, nothing too deep, but we'll have all these little different colors when we get done mixing it together. Let's wash this brush off. That's almost too far away. I can't see the dang cup. There we go. This easel is so awesome. It's so big. I didn't realize how big it was going to be. And it's so big that it hits the ceiling. I'm not even kidding. It literally hits the ceiling. If we raise it up like this, I need it to go like a couple more inches or shrink. And maybe by the time I'm older, you know how they say you shrink when you're older?
Yes, it's prime.
And then it's great. Because I would have shrunken a little bit and everything would be, it would be a perfect fit.
I think what we should do, babe, is we should just cut the legs off the stool, and then
I'll
shrink
just-
down,
I'll
and then
shrink
we'll bring the easel down.
No, what we need to do is cut my own feet off, and then I'll be
Okay.
the right height.
That's
and
good.
I'll be able to
You'd
stand.
be wifeless, but at least you'd be the right height.
You wouldn't hang around if I only had no feet?
Yeah.
If I only had no feet? We forgot the blue. We got talking about no feet. We forgot the blue down here.
How are we supposed to walk through life together?
I'll roll, you'll push. Oh, guys, you should see her face right now.
Push.
Oh, speaking of looking back at the camera, did you see the meme that Mark Anderson
That
made
meme-
of us?
That meme was amazing.
He was like, find yourself somebody who looks at you like Josh looks at London. It was a picture of me like, oh.
It was
It
awesome.
was really funny. I liked it.
You'll have to post it.
It's
on
in
your page.
I'll have to go back and find it. I think it's in the Bob Ross in the British Isles. That's a tongue twister, I'm telling you.
Well, I saved it, so I'm just gonna send it to you real quick.
Okay,
And
so
then
you should post it in the comments.
I can't post it in the comments.
Why not?
There's no posting random pictures in the comments.
Yeah. Oh, I guess not, right. I guess you can't do that.
Yeah, heaven forbid I know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, I'm just up here creating. I'm creating. You're running the stuff.
The only thing I can post is
Watch that brush. Look at how beautiful that is.
Woo! Is my little avatar guy on my Facebook. That's the only
Your
thing I
avatar
can
guy.
post.
Okay, we're gonna go back to that brush that's got the, well, I splatter all over myself.
Lovely.
Yeah, you know, Taco Bell likes to come back up. No, that's gross. That's
Wednesday morning.
gross. That was a funny little short. I was watching that dump truck. It was so mesmerizing to watch that dump truck just dump dirt. And it's like, and it looks like just never-ending ice cream just coming out or soft serve. It was cool. Gross. Hey, see how we're into our light areas? We're just mixing back and forth, just mixing. Ooh, look at that light, really light spot right there. If we can capture that just and not overdo too many swipes, that might look like a little bit of sunlight off some water or something.
So I'll let you guys know it is Bi Visibility Day today, as well as Redhead Appreciation Day.
Red, that's something I appreciate, even though you're blonde right now.
Thanks, babe.
Naturally.
Yes, you appreciate the fact I have no eyebrows. In celebration of National Redhead Day, I watched Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. Yeah, I came home like, what are you doing? She's like, shh, I'm watching Pretty Woman.
Yes, I love that movie.
And I'm like, oh, we normally watch like She-Hulk during dinner, so we're eating dinner. And I'm like, hey, you want to put She-Hulk on? She's like, I'm watching Pretty Woman. Okay, I'll just go outside. And so I did.
Craig Jorgensen says, hi Josh.
Hi Craig.
I also oil paint landscapes as a hobby, but I am a full-time CNC machinist.
That's very cool.
Or is that machinist?
Machinist.
Machinist. You mentioned once that you would like to transform into painting full-time at some point. What do you currently do as a profession? It gets on my damn nerves.
Get on London's nerves. And other people's nerves, apparently.
Full-time.
The funniest post I saw last week was like, initially this guy used to get on my nerves, but then I saw his thumbnails and how pretty his paintings were, and I started watching his videos, and then I fell in love. And now I'm hooked. I'm like, yes, another Paint with Josh fan. But I'm a receiving clerk. I work down at a cannabis facility, and I take in a lot of...
secondhand smoke.
Shut up. No smoking at work. No, I take in a lot of nutrients and different stuff, heavy bags, and like today I put a 6 foot by 4 foot cabinet together, run around, try to help as much as I can. Everyone's in there growing and doing the important stuff, making sure the plants grow, and I just try to help so they don't have to stop what they're doing and kind of go get anything, really. That's my goal. I don't want them to have to stop what they're doing and do anything. What'd you say?
Jaws, gloves.
Yeah. If they need, I can tell when the paper towel's running out or running empty. So I go and I'll get it. That way nobody has to stop and go do it. You know what I mean? And I just kind of roam around the facility. And when stuff needs doing, it gets done. And yeah. And Kevin asked me today, he's like, what do you do during the day? Like, I've never asked you. I was like, every day is different. The doorbell could ring. I could be with the bug guy for an hour and a half, just walking around outside. Or the government could show up, or it could be somebody for the kitchen, or the lab has to come in and test something, or blah 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 blah. There's so many things that go on during the day, so it was hard to even give him an answer. Like it's hard. I can't even give you an answer on what I do during the day.
In true appreciation,
I do a lot.
In true appreciation of Redhead Appreciation Day, Cheryl looked in the mirror.
She looked in the mirror?
Yes, to appreciate her redheadedness.
Oh, put a little bit of black down with this blue. Just because it's too bright blue for me, and I like it to be a little darker down closer where we are. A little darker in my eyes.
McGee is here, so is Evelyn, watching
Welcome.
from Australia.
Man, that's pretty. I don't want to cover up too much of it. It's so gorgeous.
Then don't, babe.
All right, it's done. Okay, you guys take care. How many minutes was that? 13 minutes.
Yep.
We are done for the night. Let's go to sleep.
I don't want to.
How ridiculous do I look, by the way, like this? I've never seen myself. How many double chins do I have when I reach over for the cup?
None, you're showing.
Oh, please. That's the one thing I look at, is how much weight I've lost, or if I'm gaining weight. Because I can see it right here. Right here. In every video, I can see it. And it's a good judge. It's a good judge. I've got loose neck skin anyway. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it, babe. Oh, man, we should talk about what you said to me, though.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, you should tell that story.
So my
Just real
husband
quick.
is mad at me because oftentimes when we put a movie on, I fall asleep.
True.
And
She's always, and guys, aren't your wives? You put the movie on 10 minutes in, your wives are asleep, and now you're stuck watching, The Notebook, or whatever. Go ahead, honey.
Seems a bit mean on the movie The Notebook. So Josh says to me, why are we going to put a movie on? You'll only be asleep. And I said, that's not true. I don't fall asleep during every show. I sit through 2 boring shows a week.
She's talking about my shows! 2 boring shows a week. How dare you?
London is hilarious. London is hilarious.
I was like, guys, that would it hurt me to the core of that.
That was mean.
I speak the truth. I love that movie. Okay, now we're going to make up a few little different clouds We could do a couple, just in between where our colors are touching, right? Anywhere where you got a real sharp line or like a real deep area that you don't want to blend out, you can just throw a little bit of a cloud over the top. That'd be great. It'd be fantastic. Fantastic. All right, so I don't want to just put, our purple mixture up there right away. It's going to be all gross and nasty, and that's too much. We need to get a little bit of our crimson down here and start to make up little piles of our shadows. A little bit of crimson and white.
Carol Chandler says we love London.
Yeah, everyone loves London. That's true. A little bit of red and white. Red and white, right? There we go. Just a little. We don't need a whole big pile. Mix these guys up. You can see they're different color reds. And then we've got our dark purple, which we need to lighten up with some white.
Aww.
Let's put that over here.
Craig Jorgensen says, I fall asleep to nearly everything, but never to a Paint with Josh video.
Hey!
Oh, that's so sweet.
See? Light purple. We got purple, bright red, kind of dark pink. And now we can rock and roll with all these different colors. It's pretty much all I need.
That sounds like a great setup. Roberta Harris says watching Beverly Hills Cop and watching Josh paint.
That's awesome.
It sounds like a great setup.
Okay, we can use an abundance of brushes to make clouds and all sorts of stuff. This is gonna hurt, man.
You let me know. Babe, look
What?
at me. Look at me.
Yes?
You let me know what type of stool you need. And
Not this one.
And I will pretty woman our way into getting you a new stool.
I don't have a big fat butt anymore, so it's like
That
hard.
wasn't funny?
Yes.
That wasn't funny?
You're hilarious.
London is hilarious.
All right, let's take a little of our different colors. If we're down in here in our lighter area, we're going to want to use our lighter shadows, right? So the lightest color shadows, a little bit of that red. Maybe we come in, it's going to stand out differently than, say, that yellow would, right? You don't want to go too hard or too crazy. Let's grab our little 1-inch brush, just very softly, because if we do it too many times, it's literally going to blend it away and it'll all disappear. So we don't want to do it too much.
And you have nothing.
Yeah, then we have nothing. Absolute nothingness.
So we were thinking about some new ideas for the channel.
A little bit of white right here.
Potentially cook with Josh, eat with Josh.
Sleep with Josh.
No, that was the
Yes.
one that we... No.
Yes,
No.
I could wake up in the middle of the night and accidentally forget you guys are there. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah, so you'd be in the room, Josh would be asleep. There is
Just
no other
snoring away.
connotation to the term sleep with Josh.
Just like that,
Unless
far
it's
off
worth
the
a lot
cloud.
of money, and in which case I'm totally fine with just sending you away, if we're honest.
There we go. Far off little cloud. Make it disappear.
So if you know of a way to get Josh to 1 million subscribers on YouTube or Facebook, and you want to borrow Josh for the weekend, let me know.
I don't like traveling.
I will, I'll pimp you out for 1 million followers.
Oh, you're gonna pick me out.
For 1 million followers.
For me, for 1 million followers for me. Not even 1 million followers for you. 1 million followers
No,
for me.
for you.
Ah, okay.
That's what it's about, building your channels.
There we go. Just mix that up until it's nice and soft. It's as soft as you want it to be. And if you keep mixing, it'll go away and it'll be all gone.
Crystal says London is Josh's pimp. I really am.
A little bit of the darker pink now.
You have an email that you received about 20 minutes ago that you need to respond to when the live finishes.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
What kind of email?
It's an email that says, "Hi, I'm sorry for the late response. Please respond and let me know if Monday is okay for a telephone call."
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Exactly.
I was going to ask him about that today. Like,
You don't need to.
oh, jeez. Are you turning my
You
tag?
have a label.
Stop tickling me.
I like the fact you're sitting down because I can just
Stop it.
reach in and tickle
Quit. I'm trying to do a show. Trying to do a show.
The people do not mind.
Well, yeah, the people don't mind, but I mind.
For super stickers on YouTube and stars on Facebook, I will tickle Josh during the
Don't
Paint with Josh
send
live.
any. I don't like being tickled. Don't mess around. Babe, stop it.
Stars or super stickers.
Stop it.
Tickling
No
Josh.
tickling of Josh. This is Paint with Josh, not Tickle Josh. You gotta pay extra for that.
They are paying extra.
Dang
Stars
it.
and stickers.
I swear to God, guys, I will boot whoever sends a star.
He can't boot you.
In
He's
order
sitting
for
in
me
a-
to get tickled,
he's
I
sitting
will
in front of
boot
the
you.
canvas. Carol Channer.
I will boot. Stop it! I will. How can I do anything if you're sitting and tickling me? How am I supposed to teach?
Carol Channon's got a great idea. Thank you so much for the 200 stars.
How am I supposed to teach anything?
The tickling is
If I'm
coming.
being tickled.
The tickling is coming.
Stop it now.
Then on Sundays, what we're going to do is Sunday slap.
No.
And for
What? So
stars
if you
and
don't
super
like
stickers-
Josh, then tune in on Sunday,
no,
and you can hit
no,
him.
send stars and stickers on Sundays for me to slap Josh during the live.
Oh, it's just fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah, everyone who hates
Cheryl
me.
Richardson.
Stop. Don't.
Cheryl Richardson.
Don't. I have to paint.
But everybody likes it when you giggle.
Stop.
Everybody likes it when you
Okay,
giggle.
I've giggled. Stop. She got her thing in. Quit. I'm gonna turn around and get paint on you. I swear.
That's fine. I can shower.
Stop it. Okay, no more. You're becoming a distraction. Stop it. All right, let's see. Now I'm totally thrown off. Let's put a little purple underneath. Oh, now I'm gonna have to because there's a little dot there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cheryl said kiss cheek instead.
Oh, thank you. That's very dark. Mwah. I love you.
I
love you. That's very dark, guys. I mean, it doesn't look that dark from where you're at. And it's going to mix in with the white that we put on the canvas and everything else.
Everybody likes it when you giggle.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I'm a funny guy. I've got a funny laugh.
You're not hilarious, though, like your wife.
True. Well, how could we both be hilarious? I just have to be funny.
That is true. That is true.
All right, we're going to take this. We're going to start over here. We're going to do our counterclockwise circles and just start mixing it up until it becomes nice and soft. Backwards, backwards, backwards. Pull it off to the side.
I want to see the title. YouTube influencer makes $1 million by
being tickled.
tickling him on
God,
camera.
yeah. Try it. Oh, that's a good idea for a painting, actually.
Not even famous for your painting.
I know. His paintings suck, but he had a cute laugh, so everybody watched it. That would be
Everybody
funny.
loves it when Josh starts to giggle.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Everybody likes it when I start to giggle. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Right here. There we go. A little bit of soft, a little bit of purples in there, just for little shadows. And there's like nothing on the brush. It's nothing.
Babe,
Not
step
a lot
by
of paint.
step, how to paint while under extreme conditions.
Yeah, I'm painting under extreme conditions. That's what this is. You are 100% right. Whoever said that.
Can you imagine if you'd watch Bob on PBS and like
he
a
was just
hand
being-
would just come in and just tickle him real quick? Can you imagine that?
I would find that distracting as a viewer. But apparently everyone's loving it. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, now watch. We're going to take another brush. We're going to take the Bob Ross half round. You can see mine's slightly used. I do have these on my Amazon wish list if you guys want to get me a new one.
Slightly used.
All the paint is about come off of it or covered somehow. Somehow the logo is still there. So we're going to take this brush, just like we make trees, right? Let's just pop it into the white like this. Just bounce it in.
Everybody
I
loves
feel
it when Josh does the giggle.
I know, I feel like I'm all contorted on this chair though.
You let me know, babe, what type of stool you want.
I'm going to bounce it in, right? Now we're going to bounce it like
Order
we're
up
making
the
trees.
stool.
Just like we're making trees. Bounce it like if they were all dark, you know what I mean? They would look like the tip tops of some trees back there.
Good news is you're going to have wicked obliques from the left and right turning.
Yeah. And my butt cheeks are going to be just flat because
you-
I'm sitting on this hard thing like that.
Would you like a pillow?
No, just give me my paint with Josh pillow so I can sit on it.
I don't think that'll work.
That'll make it more valuable.
I could get you some. Babe.
Yeah.
We're not selling
Woof,
it
look at all those little details.
stinkypillows.com.
Stinky pillow.
Do
I don't
you
even know
want-
where I'm going to put my mountain. I probably shouldn't even have done that.
Would you like something to sit on, my love?
No, if anything, I'll just stand up. There.
You
We'll
can't do that. You
just take a break. They don't need to see my face.
Come on, crouch. Hold that lunge post.
Be like this.
Quotes.
Hey guys. The band's at a 45. We'll just go like, yeah. I don't know. It's
Now
kind of
you're
like,
too- now you're
yeah,
too short for
just-
the camera.
hey, guys.
Hello.
It's just in the middle. We're just gonna have to figure it out. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit more of that purple. Now that we're up into our dark section, we'll just go like this. There we go. What are we gonna do? Let's make them you can literally make a mess. Like, just make a mess. It doesn't matter. The clouds, they really are just a mixed up, jumbled up bit of water vapor. That's all we need.
I do want to tell you guys, not sound like a broken record, but if you could hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, or hit those emojis on the bottom, like the live when it's over, comment, share, post it on your timeline. It does massively boost the channel. As you know, Josh has grown exponentially if you are following his short videos on
That's
YouTube
true.
and Facebook.
And we have another announcement, another short video coming out. 300,000 views. I couldn't even not say it. I had to say it.
And yeah, just ruined
300,000 views! Oh my god! Are you kidding? 300,000 times someone has watched my
Your face.
silly butt up here painting. That's ridiculous.
I think you'd have 1 million if it was legitimately your butt
Yeah,
painting.
true.
I think that would.
Probably true. 300,000. Like, it happened so fast that we hadn't even posted 200,000 yet, and we were already at 300. And we were like, okay, well, we got to get the 200 out of the way, and then we'll get the 250 out of the way, and then bam, I'm gonna hit you with the 300. So you guys watching right now are the lucky ones that know ahead of time.
Also, want to let you guys know
We're gonna
that
delete some of these.
if you are watching the channel on YouTube or Facebook and you are present during the live starting October 1st, there will be a coupon code that will only be given out during the live videos.
Ooh.
So if you want to go to the Etsy store and receive a better discount, you will have to tune in to watch the live in order to get that discount code.
True. And just a little smoosh in there. Just mush it, right?
Stephen Murray says, why do you wear gloves?
Because I like having clean hands. Also,
Because he didn't have 4 years to become a doctor, Stephen.
True. It's Stephen Strange. It's more like I'm sort of freaked out. I don't know, Bob he went like cancer, right? Sort of. Do I even know it right?
Yeah, carcinoma.
Yeah. Right. So that could have come from the paint thinner that he was using, or the fact that he was spraying it all over himself, and you see him wipe his hands on his pants, and so it was soaked into his clothes. Maybe it got into his bloodstream that way. Maybe that was a partial reason why. And I think it looks cool, and it keeps my hands clean, so I can literally take them off and itch my face if I needed to. But partly because, I'm sort of scared. We took an OSHA class, but I've been wearing them way before the OSHA class anyway. But it just proves that anything can absorb into your skin and cause, later on damage that
And
you don't
if you
even
do
know.
not believe that
Unseen
things
damage.
can soak into your skin, please, please, please buy some hatch chilies.
Oh yeah.
And please cut them with no gloves on.
Yeah,
because
try hatch chili.
I can tell you a story of me cutting hatch chilies.
A little bit more
couple of years
crimson. I
ago,
like that pretty color.
Where the hatch chili soaked into my hands and there was nothing I could do. My hands were numb. It was awful. So your skin is totally, totally capable of sucking anything that you...
Yeah,
and I mean,
it will
maybe you already
absorb
know
it,
this with
and
onions.
your skin is very, your blood is very close to your skin on your hands, and his hands would have been soaked, like just completely soaked. And so just for, my own wanting to be around for a while and teach you guys for a long time, and the fact that it makes me look cool, and I'm pretty much the only one who does it, and now anyone else who does it copies off of me, you copiers. I'm talking about the tutorial guys, not you guys. The guys who actually make videos and stuff.
Yeah, not the people that just wear gloves to paint our home.
No, definitely get the gloves.
There's people at home painting right now going, should I take these off?
Yeah, right? No, get the gloves.
He says I'm not allowed to wear the gloves. Should I take the gloves off?
Yeah, only me.
Yes.
Only me. No, get the gloves. Seriously, like if you feel, like you guys can smell the stuff, right? Do you want that soaking into your skin? And possibly getting into your blood and possibly doing something down the line. Like, that's just common sense, kind of protection for me. I don't want that, I don't want anything going on down the line. I don't like going to the doctor, so the less I have to go to the doctor, the better. So let's prep for not going to the doctor, because I don't like him. Or the dentist. Oh, is it Marlene? Do I go to her too?
Yeah.
I thought I went to Reddy.
No, we haven't been ready and...
Well, that's what I mean. I don't go to the doctor.
Right.
Let's put a little darkness up in the shop. Just a little darkness. Just change it up. Those little differences, but we're not covering everything, right? We're saving it purposely. It's like a calculated placement of color, right? We don't want to cover all the orange. We didn't want to cover all the red. We don't want to cover all this pink. We don't want to cover everything. We want to have all this depth without losing all of it. And the more and more you go, leaving a little bit of shadow above and maybe a little bit below so it can grow down, you're going to have tons and tons of depth in this inside of your clouds, right? Very softly, though. Swipe up. Just so soft. There's not a whole lot of paint, so it's not moving. When we swipe, it's not moving that much, right? The more pressure, the more it's going to move. But then you can take them and blend them down to your likeness. What do you want it to look like? You know what I mean? All about what you guys want. And it's so simple. Try something. If it doesn't work, don't do that again next time. Right?
Babe,
Yes, love.
your your half-round Bob Ross brush is not on your wish list.
Well, excellent. That's just me being dumb then.
That's what I said.
I thought it was. Just a little mixing, little fluffing, little flapping. We'll call this a fluff, and we'll call it a flap. That's almost too much. Too many clouds, right? It can be too many. So look, we'll just erase it. Look at that. Look what it did. Look what that did. My goodness. You know what though? We want to I keep loving this. The more it gets crimsony purplish, the more and more I love it. I don't know why. Let's come in here though. Make this kind of purpley instead of that gray. Get a little bit of purpley. Ooh. Maybe it comes out there. Just
Yeah, it
grows
is right.
everywhere.
It is right
See? It just, you can do whatever. You can't mess it up. You literally can't mess it up because the point of it is to mess it up. To make it a mess, to make it gross, to make it sloppy looking. Because that's what the sky is. You go outside on a cloud-filled day, it's not just straight line. I mean, sometimes it is, but if you want a lot of depth, you need a lot of different color changes. You gotta have the right colors that look good to the eyeballs, right? There is such a thing to having the right color. And the right color pattern, the color mixtures with each other. There is such a thing. So you can't just throw them all up there together. If you use old Papa Paint with Josh's method, you'll come up with some sweet, sweet cloudscapes like this. Just so easy. I'm just making it up, guys. I'm literally making it up. What looks good? That's what I'm saying. What looks good? Watch, we're gonna mix these guys up. Soft, 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 soft little circles. Bam. Swipe, swipe.
Babe, we do have a
Boom, boom. Just like that.
we do have a couple of
Little fan brush.
children painting along.
Hey, little kiddos. We love kiddos.
Babe,
Yes.
we have Carmen.
Oh, super cute. She's doing a great job.
And then we have Kaylee.
Kaylee, she's doing a slightly better job.
Slightly better.
Excellent. Thank you guys for painting with Josh. It is the most fun you can have with your painting clothes on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man. All right, let's stop messing around with the clouds. Now, because now we got to cover some of those, right?
32 minutes in, and we have the sky.
We have sky and no more tickles, which is good.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
No one's sending any stars or
Oh,
super
I was just
stickers,
kidding,
babe.
guys. I kind of liked it a little bit.
Kinda likes it,
I
guys.
kind of liked it a little. We come in here, a little thicker with the white, right? Different spaces, though. Not everywhere. Not all over. Not every which way.
Lynette Randall says, I wear gloves but still manage to get paint all over me.
Same Z's. Same Z's.
That's what happened to the shirt. The shirt that you're going to buy doesn't look anything like that.
Yeah, right? It just all these splatters. No, it's just a black shirt. Then you got to splatter it up yourself.
Up to you.
Design based on your interpretation. Pop in a little bit.
Oh,
just a couple
babe.
little bits of white.
Babe,
Yes, love.
stars came in.
Oh no! I don't know where it's gonna come from. Ah! Stop! Okay. It's enough.
Okay, well,
One. No! Quit it!
just a tickle for good luck.
One jab. Oh. I'm gonna go like this and I'm gonna get paint
It's not
all
my
over
fault
me.
you can't control your own arms.
It is when you jab
Oh,
me.
it's my fault all of a
Yes,
sudden.
it
Even
is.
though you're in control of your own arms,
It
it's my
is.
fault.
All of a sudden, this guy doesn't look like the rest of these guys. You know what I mean?
That's okay though.
It's true, but I don't want him
The
to be
tag
so.
in your shirt does not want to
prominent.
stay down.
Just
Why
by
is-
mixing it up a little, look
Oh,
at that.
I'm sorry, did we get a little-
Oh my goodness!
I'm sorry.
Quit it!
I'm sorry.
By mixing it up a little bit, all of a sudden, poof, it's gone. You could throw in something else, or you could leave it like that. What should we do?
Everybody loves it when Josh the giggle.
To giggle! Thank God London tickles him.
Yeah.
Yes! Thank God London tickles him. Yes! All right, let's see. We're gonna get down on your guys' level now that we're out of the sky. We're gonna come back to the stool. Come back to the old. Oh, almost lost it. Almost ate it on the stool. It's hard to see from over here. Let's see. Why don't we clean some brushes off? Why don't you guys tell us where you're watching from? If this is the first time you're watching a Paint with Josh video, because I know you weren't watching 30 minutes ago when I asked you. So if this is your first time watching a Paint with Josh video, tell us where you're watching from, what time it is, who you're watching with, what you're doing, what you plan on doing later, what's your bank account info, your social,
Shut up.
your address, last
Any,
known coordinates.
Last known coordinates.
Last known coordinates
What are
of
these people on oil ships?
of
That's what we're broadcasting to before oil ships all
yes.
of a sudden.
Your longitude and latitudes, please. I hope, no, seriously though, I hope that Chris and Jonathan are getting through that hurricane okay. I have no info. I'm just up here kind of trying not to think about it getting bad for them. So hopefully you guys are okay and we miss you and we love you and we'll talk to you soon. So.
And if you want to tune in on Sunday, there will be a painting of a Puerto Rican flag to
yeah, we're gonna hit
memorialize the hurricane that swept through Puerto Rico this past weekend.
We're gonna hit the Puerto Rican flag this time. They got hit pretty hard, and it's a gorgeous flag. It's a red, white, and blue flag with a triangle on the side, and so our little cloud is gonna represent the star, and then it'll be our blue sky, and then we're gonna have the stripes. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. That's at least what I'm thinking in my brain. All right, let's get rid of it. We're gonna clean this brush. Can't see anything.
And then next Wednesday, do we have the video coming out of the class that you taught?
Yeah, well, sometime next week, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna do I'll put it out probably, I've already edited it, I just need to, it's like a 2-hour video. We taught, this special guest named Karen came to visit, and she's never painted an oil landscape before, so I gave her the brush and I let her rip and just kind of instruct her. She'd done a couple abstract things and flowers and stuff like that, so she had some art skill, right? But she never painted like a wet-on-wet landscape with oil paints before, so it came out really good. It's actually up there waiting, it's drying. We're gonna send it back to her. And but yeah, it's not like a tutorial video. It's more of a behind-the-scenes look at the class. Like it's me teaching her, and we were filming. You know what I mean? So it's very cool.
So for $5,000, you can also come and take a class with you.
That's the going rate. Jeez, wouldn't that be amazing?
Or if you have a high following count, that's another way in order for us.
Yeah, if you want to collab, if you've got, if we can reach a fair amount of people, you want to collab something, and you haven't upset me in the past, then let's collab.
Craig Jorgensen says, are you planning any special Halloween paintings?
Oh, I definitely am. And just real quick, if you have upset me in the past, don't even think about messaging me. Thank you.
You can message me.
Yes, we're going to be doing, I have a big monster.
Do you want me to pass it to you?
Sure, if you can. It's a coffin lid. It's gonna be way bigger than the camera's all zoomed in right now, but it's a black wooden coffin lid that I grabbed from Michael's, and then I painted it black. Some black gesso, right? It's gonna hang like this. So we're planning on doing like a giant like tree, maybe the moon, some sort of Halloween-y scene.
Maybe you could do the moon.
Maybe we could do like a
carved
waterfall coming down with like the tree roots or something. What?
Maybe you could do the moon like a carved pumpkin.
True. We did a pumpkin moon last year.
Pumpkin moon like
Pumpkin
the
moon.
pumpkin
We may
king.
do it orange
Like
to where
the-
it's like
the pumpkin king.
yeah, like the pumpkin king. Like a Halloween orange, or I might do it, like dark green and blue, like we like to do our night scenes, which would look really spooky and cool. So it all depends. All right, let's scrape up these little cloud shadows because we're not going to use these guys anymore. And does anyone else's Bob Ross, the big one, the knife, is anyone else's not even? Like I'll go scrape across it and just totally miss things. Like it touches in certain places and it doesn't in other places, which is funky to me. Is anyone else's like that? The small one's perfect, but the big one, it's like the ends want to crinkle in on themselves somehow. All right, let's get a little. Where's my little knife? Oh, it's over here. Ah, I got it. Okay, we're gonna grab up our dark paint. Let's lighten it up though. I want to do a couple mountains in this one, like a distant,
Carol Channer
work
says, I'm turning my entire front porch into a dragon for Halloween.
Ooh, that's rad.
Yeah, if you are doing something cool with decorations or what?
You're talking, I'm just saying. We took the white into this color and then we made that.
Angrily tapping the palette.
No, I'm not.
Which makes me think
I'm
I
just
should
saying.
be quiet.
White, black, purple. No, go ahead. A big dragon in the thing.
ferret scissors over here. You be careful.
Those are round. What are you going to do with those on me? Okay,
Clip
we're going to
bits
take
of
our
skin
knife.
off your elbows or your ears.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
We're going
right.
to take the knife and let's go. Let's not make them too crazy high because the one in the front is going to have to sit a little bit higher. So let's not go too over our clouds either, right? Let's go back here. Come up, just this little far away, little roller. All we're doing is just making sure that the top of the mountain is a nice little straight line. It's an unbroken thing, right? pull that little paint down away so we can have something to grab onto. And then we'll take our 1-inch brush, just a lot like this, right? And then just kind of decide which way you pull it will kind of depend what the mountain's going to look like, right? Real far off that way. Maybe it starts to come down here. Maybe it went off this way. You could make it straight. You could make it super pointy. You could do whatever you want. But just make sure it goes from dark down to light. Because then you can come in with a darker bit of mountain and push that guy back, right? So it's just not even dark enough. Let's go in with a little bit of that same purple and we'll create more little details that we can then pull out and change. Maybe a little thing over there, right? And then all of a sudden, just with that little bit of extra paint and our same sideways pulls, now we've added little things inside that mountain. Little bits, little ridges, little places, little changes, right? All little differences, just building it from the top down. Okay, now what I want to do, in order to make that one look further away, is to make our pile a little bit darker. So we'll take some of that darkness and mix it in with that purple, and it's going to change. It's going to get a little darker, but it's still not as dark as the original, right? We'll come in with this guy and go, it would look cool if maybe there was another little bit, just a little bit closer. As long as we come up and above our old one, just like that, right? It's going to push that guy back. Push him off in the distance, and he's going to live back there behind this guy forever. Right? Little round little mountains, soft little things. And that's just how they played out on my canvas today. Yours could be totally different.
You know what I'm really happy about today, babe?
What's up?
That the stage isn't here.
Yeah, the stage. I miss the stage.
You'll be fine.
The poor stage takes all the heat from London.
You're
There we
always
go. Look at that. Cool little ridge in front of that other one, just because it's a little darker.
You're always on a platform to us, babe.
That's funny. Now, maybe this guy's just close enough where we might be able to see a little bit of just a little bit of snowy detail. So we need a really light blue shadow, and then we need some white paint. But I don't want it to be white, so we're going to mix it with half that blue shadow. We'll change it, and then it's going to be just slightly brighter. See what I mean? Not too crazy. Grab the dark blue. Maybe on this guy we'll put the little, just soft little things. Letting the paint just kind of fall off the knife, whichever way it wants to go. All sort of things. You can come back with that light color, come onto this side, and it just being a little bit lighter is going to make it look like this side's getting hit with some light, and that other side off on the shadowy side. Pulling it out, just like that. Very soft. Very little amount of detail. Don't need to go crazy here, right? This is so far away. No one even cares what's happening back there. Now we can take this guy, because we put that extra layer.
Babe, didn't you receive another gift this week from somebody off your wish list?
Yeah, we had Linda who got us the paint and the palettes.
Okay.
And then Annette who got the brushes. And
Okay.
Cheryl who got the easel.
Okay.
Am I forgetting someone?
You just didn't say thanks to Annette.
I did.
When?
Play the tape back. I did. Guys, back me up. I said
Rewind.
it in the beginning. I said it. And I pulled out the brush. And I said, we got new Nick Pro fan brushes that Annette gave us. Thank you, Annette. I said that. Check the tape.
Would that have been the time when I was sleeping?
Because my show's so boring? That's hilarious.
Oh, Craig Jorgensen says
Very cool.
you haven't been tickled in a while.
Oh, God, don't.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm just going to try to keep painting. I'm not, oh my God, stop it. Stop
I
it.
know if you relax, it won't seem as
If I relax. Oh my God, I'm going to get paint on myself, Craig Jorgensen. Get out of here. All right, Craig, that's it. Craig is out. He's out. He's off the list.
You're not off the list, Craig. I'm the one that controls the list. Don't worry.
I
about
control
it.
the
You don't
list.
control the list.
Okay, let's see.
And if you block him, I'll go immediately in and unblock him. So there.
You won't know when I do it.
Trust me, I do. I go through your block list quite frequently. To make sure that no one's upset you that I'm not aware of, and then they try and sideline and send me a message.
Yeah. Okay, what are we going to do here? Let's make a little bit taller mountain, right? The last one. The trip of the brothers. Two brothers. And then a moon comes crashing into Earth. And what are they going to do then? It's two brothers. It's just called Two Brothers. It's my favorite Rick and Morty episode. Alright, I'm going to use most of that dark paint, right? We're going to make it real dark. So now it's really going to stand out in front. And just very simply
Craig
and
George
easily.
Jensen said, "Oh my God, Josh, I didn't say that."
What do you say?
Because I said Craig George Jensen says, "Here's 100 stars because you haven't been tickled at
Oh.
all." But he didn't say that.
Oh, he didn't say that. Okay.
No, I said that because I wanted to tickle you.
It's okay. I'll go back through the comments and see what really happened, Craig.
Oh.
Okay, let's take this guy. We're going to cut off most of this mountain. Just because I want this guy to
Apparently-
really climb up.
Apparently, people are mad, so I won't
Why are they
tickle
mad?
them anymore.
Why are they mad? Because you're tickling me?
Because they don't want to spend their entire Friday night with you, babe.
Oh, just a little of the Friday night.
Yeah.
Look, we're going to save a little bit of that yellowy. Just a little bit, guys. I've seen, guys do it and they're leaving way too much fog, right? Or mist.
Lori Hartley says, "Hi."
Yo, Lori! Welcome to the show! There we go.
Roberta Harris is trying to back you up in the comments.
Okay, she's backing me up.
Yeah, she said,
Ooh,
yes,
look at that.
he mentioned who gave him the new stuff. Craig George Jensen just sent another 100 stars.
Oh,
so I'm not sure
Gregory?
What to do now. I'm not sure what to do now.
Gregory Georgensen-y.
I am not sure what to do now.
Look at that. I'm going to try to save that little, droppy, little scraggly bit of rock because that looks cool in my brain. I don't know why. It may look like garbage when I get done, but for now, it looks pretty neat. It will come up like this. Ooh. Ooh. I always try to say that. Don't go too far to the side, right? Look at all the mountain that we covered up in the back, but you have to put it back there, and then you got to cover it. That's the point. You can't have it be... You can't see everything, right? That's what I always say. Can't see it all. Let's see. Now, we're going to come down so lightly. Oh, so lightly, because I don't want this to grow very far.
We have received word that our agent Vita, who is in Puerto Rico, is doing good, even though she has
Excellent.
no electricity. She is
No
doing
electricity, but still, that's okay.
great. I'm leaving. I'll be back momentarily.
Okay.
This must a quiet phone charger.
Ah, needs charger. There we go. Now, the further we go over here, the more pressure I want to have, because I want it to pull down a little bit. Be lower on this side than we are over here. That gives us the impression of distance this way, right? If we start coming down, let's pick up a little bit of this thicker, darker paint. Start bringing it down. And then you'll start to see the line will change and it will come down here. And that's showing that it's wrapping around and coming down and growing down. And it's not just this flat thing, right? We've got all these little humps and bumps and little differences in the mountain that you can then make grow out at us, right? Versus just being flat, like this one, very flat. Even though it's got a little bit of depth in it with those differences in color back there. And this one, still kind of flat. This one, you can just have it be all jaggedy, crazy, and that's the fun part to me. A little bit more of that dark color, because I want to keep it darker down around the base. But I always feel that the light just can't get down that far way over here, right? It's going to have a hard time lighting up our dark side of our mountain over here. And then we can always go back and change it, do whatever we want. Do whatever we want, but I don't want to lose some of that yellowy, some of the pink. Maybe we'll have a river running through here or something like that. Just because those colors came out so gorgeously, I couldn't just leave them. Well, I guess that's the point. I've got to just leave them. Okay. Look, the more and more you mix right here, watch this. We'll just mix it, mix it, mix it. And then you're not going to be able to tell what's water and what's land. Like, where is it? Where's the water? Where's the land? Where is it? Where'd it go? Right? That's my point. The more and more you mix, the more you're going to lose all your differences, and then you won't be able to tell what's going on. So before we get too far and lose all of our color, maybe we'll come in with the next bit of river inside here and just save like this beautiful, gorgeous band of colors in there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Maybe we could do that. Now, what I want to do...
Gorgeous goes.
What's up?
Gorgeous, gorgeous goes.
Alright, let's take a little bit of that. We need a little bit more blue. Holy cow, what was that?
It's alright, just me breaking stuff. I was trying to plug in my phone.
That's a Johnson 2-foot level. You can't break that.
Oh, okay, good.
That is a Johnson.
That's good. It's good
There
that
we
I
go.
can't break it.
A little bit of light blue, and then we're going to mix it, mix it with that dark, but not over mix it. See what we're talking about?
I just came into a notification that says London's phone battery is low. Remind them to charge it.
We're
I'm doing so.
going to mix in our white with our last little spot of blue that we had over there, just so again it's not perfectly bright white. And let's grab up the last little pile and put it over here. and maybe a little bit of dark. Then we'll have 4 different color shadows. Well, 3 different color shadows in our highlights anyway. Okay, now we're going to come in. Let's say if our sunlight is over here somewhere, obviously by this guy and this being the side. So let's throw a little bit of our blue, leaving room on the edge for our white to come in, right? You can't cover it all and then lay everything on top of everything. That's not going to be cool. Not going to work. Now let's go into our next darker shadow into here. That's almost exactly what I want right there. Fantastic. And then our last darkest shadow is even darker. See what I mean? All 3 right next to each other like that. All 3. And then watch this. We're going to wipe the knife off. Start up here. A couple swipes. Swipe, 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 swipe. Going to blend them all together so there's no, kind of sharp line. 3 shadows in one. Okay? Then you come up, grab your white again. These are things that the pros don't tell you guys. I'm like the magician that gave away all the secrets. He was wildly popular.
He really was. The masked magician?
The masked magician.
He was super popular.
Okay, we're going to come up with the white. And as we go over those blue areas, it's going to change.
Try not to sound like a broken record. But it is that time again when I tell you that if you're watching on YouTube, please press that thumbs up. If you're watching on Facebook, press that emoji or like the live, share the live, comment on the live. Either which way, once the video is posted, it makes a huge impact to tell Facebook and YouTube that you enjoyed it if you leave a comment once it's done and posted. For those of you that have been put in emoji jail, I'm really sorry. There are several of you. Obviously, it's some sort of glitchiness with Facebook. But if you can press the emojis, please go ahead and press the emojis. If you are interested in purchasing anything off of Josh's wish list or shopping in the store, I will be dropping the link tree in the comments of YouTube and Facebook momentarily. There is no financial requirement to support the channel, but it does obviously help when we go to buy canvases and paintbrushes and paints and everything else in order to bring free videos twice a week, 3 times a week.
3 times a week.
2 live videos and a pre-recorded video on a Wednesday.
You know who else is doing 3 videos a week?
Who, babe?
Not a gosh dang person, that's who.
Not another gosh Josh person?
No, nobody. Ain't nobody doing 3 videos.
Ain't nobody.
3 videos a week. Ain't nobody that crazy. Do 3 videos a week.
And a full-time job.
Yeah, and a full-time job. When do I have time to even sleep?
Job.
Are you doing 5 days?
Yes. Yes, I'm trying to give you song ideas, baby.
Song ideas. I am always down for song ideas. A little bit of light, maybe kiss the edge right there.
And oil thinner.
And a bunch of fan brushes.
3 tiny birds.
That's cool.
2 broken easels.
Yeah, don't say that.
No, you've already got 2 broken easels.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
That first one though was like so old.
I know, it was gangster though. And it was super nice when you were born.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic.
We don't talk to those people anymore, but
Right.
it was nice when they bought it for you.
It was cool. I enjoyed it.
Robin Roberts is watching from South Carolina. If this is your first time watching and you just tuned in, please let us know where you're watching from, what your favorite sandwich is. We won't send you the favorite sandwich, but it gives us an idea of what sort of human being you are.
Yeah, you're not getting anything, but we like to know what kind of sandwich you like. A little bit of blue, go back to that dark, just mix them in, just very
A
lightly.
little bit of grilled cheese.
With that blackness.
Marguerite Buck is watching from sunny Las Vegas.
Hey, a local fan. And Ridge just wants to
I think
play.
they're more of a fan of me than you.
There we go.
If
True.
I'm honest.
Now look, let's go back, take that white, jab it up, pull it off to the side. Just give it a little bit of a lip. That's all you gotta do. Just make it a mess. I'm telling you. How many times do I say that, babe? How many times do I say make a mess?
Do you know what you haven't said today, babe?
Differences in color, or what? I actually haven't said Friday Night Freestyle.
That's what we're gonna need. Entering from the left corner,
Yeah.
we have Paint with Josh. Sitting
Oh,
in the right
man.
corner, we have London is hilarious. One of them paints, one of them doesn't.
That's funny. I wonder who's who. A little bit of darkness in there, baby. Just a little bit. You gotta throw it in at random.
Gina is watching and smashing those emojis. Thank you so much, Gina.
For the emoji smosh. The smosh. It's like a Hulk smosh. Alright.
What about a She-Hulk smosh, babe?
She-Hulk smosh. Let's take a little bit of white because it doesn't look so far away now. And we can add just a teeniest little touch of our white highlights right where they should be. And again, don't overdo it. It doesn't want to stick, move on. Sometimes I try to overdo it and it just keeps mixing and it doesn't come off the knife the way I want it to, or it looks too close. So, don't overdo, right? Pull it off. Mix it up. There we go. Very cool. Just to have that little bit of blue in there. That's all it really needs.
Black canvas.
Little bit of blue in our shadows. Why are we singing Christmas songs in September? There we go.
What is this? What is this? I can't think of any other song that's good for Halloween.
Well, yeah.
The sound of Jason or Michael Myers coming is the only thing I can think of for Halloween sounds.
Yeah. Or some terrifying screams. Right? Just little things, guys. Change up your whole painting. Very cool. Very, very cool beans.
Babe, we didn't zoom in.
What do you mean? They should be close enough. Why didn't anyone say anything?
I don't know. This is Friday night far away view.
Yeah, right.
Squeeze your bum.
Lemon's playing with my bum now.
I'm not playing with it, I'm squeezing it.
Now I got paint on my phone. Let's see. Holy cow. Everyone's like, holy moly. Look where we just went. Okay, let's get back in here. Change up just a couple of these, just by going over them slightly. That's all you gotta do, just mix it up. Let it mix. If you overmix it, then you overmixed it. You gotta start over. And sometimes you can get away with it. You can get away with really, really cool
Hey babe, you
things.
seen any good movies this week?
We
No,
saw
that's
Thor.
fine. I went to the movies last night and I saw...
London saw a movie.
You like how I just threw
Yeah.
that in real quick? I went to the movie last night and saw the new movie Don't Worry Darling, and that
Don't Worry,
movie
Darling.
is fantastic.
It's good, huh?
Really good. Harry Styles is in it.
Oh, Harry Bum's in it.
I never had a thing for Harry Styles until that movie. So if you are looking for a movie which is a total mind screwiness for the first hour, and then you're like, oh, it all makes sense, go and see Don't Worry Darling, because it is fantastic.
Fantastic!
I'm gonna judge Marguerite's movie taste, because the past two movies she's taken me to have both been amazing. What do you need, small child? Say hello
There
to
we
the
go.
friends.
Hi!
Bailey's here!
I love the painting, Dad.
Say
Oh,
hello,
thanks, Bob.
friends.
Hello, friends.
Thanks, Bubs.
What
Let's
do you
go
need?
in a little bit of black here, a dark color that we had made up. It's not black, it's more kind of purpley. We're gonna push up like this. Let's get these real far away little trees start to grow up our mountain and then grow down, just like grass would, right? Then over here they'll start to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But back here, if we take them and we just pull them up, just the top half, don't have to go crazy. Right, just straight up, because trees grow straight. There we go. Wipe all the color off. Take the other
Carol's on the
half.
same
Pull down.
page as I am. She said, 5 happy trees. That's literally how I read your comment, Carol. You
There
may
you
not
go.
have said it like that, but that's how my brain read it.
A little bit of reflectiveness of our water with our very, very, very far away trees, right? Had we have done them like this, we would have lost all that yellow color. So if you just flip it up like you're making grass and then kind of extend them a little bit, you can just pull up like that, just little bits, you know what I mean? Make it really cool. And grow down there. All it is more little trees and shrubs and all sorts of things that live down around the base of the mountain. And then you can kind of shape it how you want. Very easily, just by pulling them out. Shape where you want your little horizon to be. Very simply.
5 happy trees.
La 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 la. Okay, let's stop singing
I'm sorry.
Christmas music, please. Okay, let's
I
do.
believe an elf dies if you sing Christmas music ahead of
Yeah,
October.
I'm gonna kill him. It's gonna be me who kills him.
By the
Okay.
way, if you're interested, coming to Disney Plus in November is the 4th installment of the Santa Claus movie. For anyone who loves Christmas stuff, like me and the Santa Claus movies, I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, London loves that movie. So yeah, new Santa Claus coming out. That's gonna be cool. That is gonna be cool.
We did watch the Thor movie. We also watched the second Suicide Squad movie that came out last year. That movie is good too.
We, as in me, watched the Thor movie while you went and talked to your friends.
Well, yeah. Sorry. You know what I love? On Friday nights, we get people tune in from Australia, New Zealand,
Right?
and then on Sunday, we get people from England tune in because it's the Australia's 17 hours ahead, and obviously, no one's getting up at 4 in the morning to watch
Oh,
film.
definitely not. Let's do. I'm gonna put a big tree in here.
One happy tree. Sorry, that's literally gonna be stuck in my head all week, which is good because
Okay, I'm kicking her out, guys.
for the past week, all that's been stuck in my head is
I don't like it when the camera starts to wiggle. That's
"Thank
the best
God I'm a
part.
Peyton boy." Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
yes. It's the best song. I'm wondering if we're at the right kind of angle where we could throw a waterfall in like this, or if it's not going to make sense like that. If we
4
could just
French
change up a
brush,
few things.
3 flappy birds, 2 magic mountains, and 1 giant canvas.
That's funny. Let's bring these.
So
guys
coming
down
soon
a
in
bit more.
December to a YouTube, Facebook video near you is 12 Days of Christmas, sung to you by Penguin Josh.
By London.
No.
Yes.
No. Definitely not. I'd have to perfect the Mary Poppins voice in order to sing that song.
There we go.
That's a good movie. I've seen that movie.
There we go. All right, let's work with this now. What are we doing?
Robert says my favorite movie is called The Edge with Anthony Hopkins. And
Oh, I
that was
love The Edge.
Absolutely the coolest movie I've ever seen. Please watch it. You won't be sorry. I've seen it. It's a
It
great movie.
is. It's an awesome movie. Okay. I don't like this. So,
I don't like it when the camera starts to.
yeah, we're going to change it up. And now I can see some. Oh, wow. Look at that. We could put like a big valley in between these two guys.
Beautiful, babe.
That's cool. And fill it with trees. And then we can do another rock over
Just
here.
a spoonful of Josh makes the painting
Okay?
go
That's all you got to do. That's why you
down.
guys like me, because we can change it up.
The painting
can do all
go
sorts of
down,
stuff.
painting go down.
Letting our rocks come in.
Just a Friday night with Josh makes the painting go down.
In the most delightful way. There we go. Very cool. Alright, bring it down. Now it's going to make sense why there's going to be this valley in between. That's very cool. Very cool. Alright, let's do something before we close this valley off. Let's figure out what's going to go back in here. What if we just took some straight up white on our brush and we threw it off? We see these little strokes kind of downward, like little smiley faces, right?
Hashtag Friday Night Freestyle, where we have no idea what we're painting. And when I say we, I mean Josh, not me. Because I'm sitting over here in a chair playing with ferret scissors. That's what I'm doing.
True.
Nom, 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 nom.
Right? Put in a little snowy little valley back there. That's very cool. Just a little bit of snow. You know what? You know what? Would just look super cute. And we could use Annette's brand new little micro fan brushes. Oh, it's hard. Oh, gosh. This isn't the new one,
One
obviously.
stiff brush.
Yeah. All right, let's go into our black is fine. A little bit. We don't have a lot of paint on the brush, right? Let's do a little tree. Maybe he sat down in there. All right, we start popping up. Popping up, popping up, popping
Oh,
up.
he's so cute.
Yeah, this little guy.
He's so cute. Now he's too big.
Well, yeah, he's got to have something to pull underneath. You got to give him room. So then you can
Ah,
feed him back and let him become
got it.
part of the
This is why Josh paints and I sit in the corner looking at comments because I can read and I can't paint.
You can even put like a little bit of shadow down there.
Babe, that's spectacular.
Right? Just like that. A little bit.
You need to finish the mountain on the right hand side.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Very cool. Right, cool little things happen. That's a giant tree. If all these are normal size, then this guy's like the mega tree of the forest back there.
He is the Thor of trees.
Okay, now we're gonna come back in with our dark. We need to make up some more colors. Some red, black, blue. Well, not red, but crimson, black, and blue on our new palette.
Oh, babe, what about the Wizard of Oz?
Just like that. What about the Wizard of Oz?
We're off to watch Paint with Josh.
It's been so long since I've seen the Wizard of Oz.
The song, we're off to see the Wizard. We
Um,
could redo it as we're off to see Paint with Josh. We're off to see the Wizard, wonderful
Oh.
Wizard of Oz.
yeah, I know the song. And, yeah, I mean, we can.
You're giving me the blankness, like you don't know the song, you can't remember.
I know the song. I'm just trying to think and paint and talk to the people and remember that the trash can's got to go out still.
They're already out.
There we go. Gonna come up here now. Now we have to push that little bit of valley back. Push it back by covering it a little bit, right? Push it back, a little bit of dark in there. Right? And you have it come up and meet up over here with this guy. Very cool. If you even drop down, we could do like an ice, like a glacial waterfall. We can do lots of stuff. Take our brush, very lightly. Start wrapping them around. Check this out, by the way. I don't even have to move. Hang on. Ha! That's awesome.
That's very cool, babe.
Yep. You guys can't see the painting, but
Yeah,
at
they
least
can.
I can finish the side.
They can see
There
everything.
we go. All right, is it back where it was?
Yes, babe.
Okay.
It was very cool, that babe.
Yeah, it was neat. Well, Cheryl bought us a cool easel. There we go. Just kind of pulling this down in the direction that I think the rocks might fall.
Sure,
Maybe they
they
fall
fall.
down this way. Maybe they're straight down right there. And then another little bit comes down underneath. You see what I mean? You just start to build things all in your brain, all on your own. A lot of fun. Telling you it's fun.
It's all about
That's cool.
imagination.
Let's have like a white glacial waterfall. Like it fell off there and it just got so cold that it froze immediately. Don't lose all that pink either. That's really neat in there. Don't want to cover it too much. One too many swipes and that's too much. All right, let's go back. We're gonna make up our shadow colors again. So let's make this blue, right? We had some white in there, and then we had on our dark color mixed with some
My
white.
palette looks a little rainbowy, babe.
Yeah, it's cool. And then we just had our dark color as the last shadow. So we'll just mix that up a little bit. Again, now we'll come in with all these little different things. Mix up this guy so it's a little whiter. It's a little more crimson, to be a little more purpley. There we go.
Craig Jorgensen says, Josh, do you have a favorite holiday?
Halloween is my favorite to decorate for, but Christmas is my favorite, obviously.
I think it's because Halloween he doesn't get gifts.
Ah! Well, I get gifts year round from the fans now.
Well, yeah, because they're awesome. What does
Yeah.
that say about me as a wife?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go marry Mark Anderson. Oh God.
Okay,
That's a joke,
okay. I'm not mad at that. Is he going to buy you a guitar drum stool? A
I don't know.
guitar drum stool?
A-
I don't even know what
a
that
guitar-
drum stool
A
is.
guitar drum stool.
Is he going to buy you a drum stool?
He might buy me a guitar.
Is he going to buy you a drum stool?
Maybe not a drum stool.
Do also want to let you guys know on a little secret thing that we have going on right now. If you are interested in having a decal of one of Josh's paintings
Oh yeah, we met up with a decal guy.
on
London,
the back
didn't
of a motorhome, if you drive a motorhome,
we? Or the back window of your car.
yeah, anywhere, that is now possible. We should be revealing the decal, what the decal looks like. I would assume by next Friday. But they're incredibly reasonably priced. And if you are interested, Jonathan Eveley's here.
Hey, Jonathan.
Thank goodness he's all right.
There we go. Pull that down.
So if you are interested, or that's something that maybe you have a giant glass window in your house somewhere, or your front door, or somewhere where you need a Josh painting but in sticky format.
Or we could do the logo on the back of like the car window.
Yeah, it would also work that way too.
A big sticker like that, like a 30-inch by 10-inch sticker.
Yep. So
Be dope.
we should be revealing those next.
Getting the first one is my question. Okay, now let's get a little bit my backache.
Jonathan Evely says, I'm here but not sure how long my power internet is gonna last.
Oh man. Telling you, dude. I wish we were there. He showed me where he was and like what it looked like, and I was like, oh my, I'm so jealous. It's so gorgeous. Alright, a little bit of the blue. Let me come down. We're gonna cut into that little section of our thing, and then we're gonna throw some snow down in there. So let's brighten this up. Just like this. Right?
Corey Nadu says this would be so much easier to watch on Netflix. How do we get you that? That's a great question, Corey.
That's a good question.
If you are interested in watching Paint with Josh on Netflix,
Where I could actually stand.
yes, in another studio. If you go to netflix.com and contact us, you can make a recommendation for Paint with Josh on Netflix. And maybe if enough of us could do it, we would be able to get Josh on Netflix. And then he could quit his full-time job.
Shoot.
And fly to LA every week to film.
Yeah, right.
We do have a couple of special things coming up in 2023 for you guys. Locations, things like that will be released close to the time and closer to when we actually have an idea of what we're doing. But we are bouncing around a couple of ideas of potentially being on the move.
Yes, London thinks we have an unlimited budget.
Well, I do not think we have an unlimited budget.
But yeah, we're thinking about maybe doing a meet and greet or doing a class somewhere or something in the middle of the country where all you guys are. Because all of my fans in Las Vegas don't give two craps about what's going on. And I'm like, there's not many opportunities here. So why not travel? Go to Ohio or something and have like a meet and greet at a Chuck E. Cheese. We'll have a pizza party. I don't know.
Pizza party with Paint with Josh.
Yes.
Pizza with Josh.
Who's coming?
We could also potentially set up for a class if anyone was interested in that. If you are interested in something like that, please let us know in the comments.
Look at this, just alternating.
We could see what we could get together.
Would
Roberta
be cool.
Harris says, yay, Ohio.
Just because it's like in the middle of everywhere. We have a lot of fans out there.
We really do.
Quick little things, guys. With the right amount of pressure and speed, you get very, very cool little things to happen like that. As they all start growing down the mountain. They'll be growing down the mountain.
When he paints. He'll be coming around the mountain when he paints.
Right, just mixing them up. Little things. All these little details at the base down here.
Craig George Jensen said, I would love to paint with Josh live in person.
Oh, thank you.
I think what would be really awesome is if we did travel to somewhere like Ohio, we set up a class. Obviously, there'd be a fee because that wouldn't be, Bob Ross status fee. But, and then we went live. I could just take a nap because everybody that follows you would be painting live with you and there'd be no comments.
No comments for London. This is a very cool one. I like that. Very neat.
Jonathan Evely says,
a little bit more white.
Leslie loves your painting.
Thank you.
Gina says, I would travel to paint with Josh.
Like, oh God, like, has anyone else ever done that? You just go up and you're like, well, now that looks kind of cool. Let's go back down, right? Try some new stuff. See what works for you. You're like, ooh, how does Josh come up with all that? I just try stuff. That's how.
He's just bonkers.
I'm just bonkers, as London says.
Bonkers.
Right, there needs to be, in my mind, right? Why is this so dark if this is so bright? So let's put a little bit of that blue in there. Just a little touch of blue. See how it changes it? Ah, it's much colder now.
See, we could just drive, babe. We could just drive randomly and set up in a park across the country
That's so janky.
And be
They're like,
gone
oh, that's
for
so
like
paint
9
with Josh.
and be gone for 9 months.
Yeah, we'll be on tour for months. My paint and my competitors are like, oh, that's so paint with Josh. Go set up in a park. What a loser.
Just people randomly running up to you like,
Yeah.
what do I do?
People just jogging in the park. They're like, hey,
Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me go get a canvas
Yeah.
real quick.
I'll come paint with you. There we go. A little bit of blue in between. I got like this old paint chunks, which is I'm trying to
Why do you
brush
have
out
old
here.
paint chunks? Where are you pulling
Because
these chunks
I
from?
had my old palette, but I wanted to use the new palette, but I still had paint on the old palette, so I
You
transferred it over.
transferred paint?
Yeah. It's a common practice, okay? It's common. Alright, let's put a big old tree right here. And just kind of block out this whole stuff. We don't even need to mix it with the knife. We'll just do it right on the brush. Blue, crimson, black. Alright, put them next to each other so we can make this color at any time and have this real thick, real deep, dark, purpley mix that's going to look black when we're looking at it, right? Then we're going to come up here. Don't want to go too high into my mountains because it's hard to get the paint to stick up there.
Craig Jorgensen says, Paint with Josh live tour 2023.
I wish.
Carol Channis says
Come in from the side like this.
Savannah, which I'm assuming is Georgia. We have Florida in the comments. Let us know where you're from and if you'd be interested in painting live with Josh. And then we could, that would be very cool. Very cool indeed.
Would be cool.
And I'd obviously have to travel with him and we'd have to, I don't know, put the kid in boarding school or something.
It's possible.
No, I'm sure I could find somewhere for Bailey to go. Bailey could go to Utah, hang out with your family.
Hang out with
We
Grandpa and Grandma.
We could go on a mini tour across the country.
So we pop little things out every so often. Don't want it to be all the same, right? Don't want it to be too humongous.
Gifumungo
But-
gigantus?
Yeah, that big.
Oh, that's
Watch.
huge.
Now
That's
pull
huge.
this guy. And he's on his own little angle. See what I mean? Take some of that shadow if you want. Pull it down and away. All sorts. Just like that. Very cool, right? Very cool. You can have it sit. You can have it sit on an angle. You can have it sit flat. Trees go all over the place.
Again, not to sound like a broken record, but I am dropping the link tree in the comments if you are interested in purchasing
Liquid
anything
white.
off Josh's wish list. He does have shoes and all sorts of stuff on his wish list. The drum stool is clearly not on the wish list. That is clearly up to me to buy, so he doesn't leave me for Mark Anderson. And if you are interested in supporting the channel, there is no financial requirement to do so, but you can subscribe for in-depth, one-on-one. My voice is not in the background. If my voice does annoy you, I'm sorry. For the price of a fancy coffee every month, and
True.
you can watch very, very, very cute videos of Josh and in-depth instruction. If you are watching on Facebook, you can support the channel by sending stars. If you're watching on YouTube, you can support the channel by sending super stickers. Alternatively, you can go to the store and buy a whole bunch of stuff.
You could buy paintings. You could buy. I have these stickers, these black Paint with Josh stickers. I have white Paint with Josh stickers. The white ones come from a different company, so they'll be more expensive.
I'm
But the
almost
black ones-
positive you just flicked paint thinner into my eye.
Nah.
Yes, my eye was wet.
Was wet. Well, I'm sorry, honey, if that was the case. I
It
didn't
burns.
mean to. It burns. Look at that. Just start to connect those little bits up together, right? And we get it goes off this way. Comes a little darker.
Hey babe, you should show what you're gonna paint for Christmas this year.
I don't know what I'm gonna paint this
should
Christmas
do
this year.
something.
I feel like you're like this is if you were the painter, your channel would be way better than mine. This is what London wants me to show you. Explain this, babe.
So this is like a mini advent calendar. We painted a couple of these. Again, I don't know why I say we. But it does light up, and Josh paints the whole thing. And
All
then you're
one
able
big
to-
scene, and then you can pull out the drawers
You can
and
pull
stuff.
out the drawers, and
Kinda cool.
They've been popular before. So
Very cool.
just trying to give people hope for the future. That's all I'm trying to do.
I just want people to buy my paintings, so I don't have to mess around with novelty items.
Babe,
So, yes.
you're so miserable.
Bam, look at that. Separate little things. We haven't even touched this area over here yet, right? You can decide to paint it all white. You can leave it all blue. You could do whatever you want to do. This could be a frozen bit of lake. Ooh, that would look really cool, actually. You know how that would look cool? What time is it?
The time is 8:20.
Oh, definitely. We've been going for way too long. Take a little bit of our blackish mixture, right? I was just kidding, by the way. We haven't been going for too long. A little bit of our blackish mixture.
Jonathan Evely just sent me a personalized video.
Oh, I gotta show you the 2 videos he sent me too. They're very
No,
cool.
I'm not showing you mine.
Okay,
It's
don't.
my video.
Don't.
He sent it to me only.
Okay. Look at that. Just by rubbing in a little bit of a shoreline, very softly, very small amount of paint, a little bit of darkness, right? Just a little. Scrub it in. And then we're gonna make it soft, so you can't mess it up. I'm telling you. When I tell you, you can't mess it up. Scrub it. Push hard. Look, I'm like bending the crap out of the knife. This is how I break them. I push hard on them. Scrub all that paint off. Gotta scrub it. Still using the same brush. Haven't washed it once. Look at these bristles. They're like
Lift it up a
stuck
bit.
together.
There you go.
They're very stuck together. Can they see the bottom of the painting where we're working here?
Yes.
Okay, very lightly. Just pulling it to the side. Very softly.
Yes, Jonathan, I saw your video. It is lovely, and I am going to gatekeep that video from Josh.
What are you doing to me?
Gatekeeping the video that Jonathan sent me, and just me,
Oh,
with
okay.
him and Leslie in it, and
Oh, that's
it's not
cool.
for you. It's for
Okay,
me.
fine. Hey, you know what would look neat if we could do it? And if we can't, we could just cover it. What about an ice
An
hole?
elephant?
What about an ice hole?
An ice hole? Wow,
Yeah.
that's rude, babe. This is a family show.
I know. It's an ice hole, though. Right? Like somebody was out here ice fishing. Like, if it was me,
Okay,
the
now you're
hole
going too low.
would be here. Right? Pulling it down. I'm gonna over exaggerate it for you guys, okay? Like that. That's how you want to make your ice hole. At least that's how I would make mine. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of black and I'm gonna let it mix in with that blue, just over and over and over again. Not trying to cover all the blue. And if you do, you can go back in, change it. Put a little bit more blue on the brush. Ooh, now it's really dark. There we go. Pulling in from the sides. Kind of like it's a cone, right? And then, in my mind, if we had the top of it, maybe with our knife, we had the top come around like that. Does that look like an ice hole, sort of?
Ice hole? Babe. Yes, it definitely looks like an ice hole. This is a children's show.
Right, and we're going to cover the ice hole. This is my first ice hole, so give me a break.
Your first ice hole. Ha ha ha.
So we're going to work at it until I like the look of it. Oh, that looks kind of cool. That looks kind of cool. Right? There's our little ice hole. Right there. Now we're going to take our white, cover over our little thing, because it's not just snowy ice all the time, right? There we go. Don't want to cover over too much of it, because I want it to be ice out here, right? Different. A little different. Maybe our little bit of dark might help kind of decide where our shoreline would be back here. And then
Cheryl says, how much for the advent calendar? I seriously want one. We have not priced that advent calendar. We'll have to look back at what we charged last year or the year before. But as soon as that becomes available, I'll let you know, Cheryl, what the pricing on that is. But they do look very cool. I remember Josh sold one a couple of years ago, and I didn't know that he'd sold one, or maybe I knew but I'd forgotten. And so I go to these people's houses, and I walk in and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Like, Josh does things like that. And the guy looks at me and he's like, seriously?
It was mine.
Yes, but I didn't know that.
That's funny.
Craig Jorgensen says, Ice Holes Live Tour 2023.
That's what's up. Get your ice hole. Get your ice hole tickets. I don't know why this just in my brain just isn't working out.
Yes, please let us know, Jonathan,
There we go. That's a little better, I guess.
about the hurricane. Seriously, that's all we've thought about all week is the approachment of Hurricane Fiona to places like Nova Scotia, Camp Breton, Florida even. Obviously the people that are sitting without electricity in Puerto Rico, with flooding in Puerto Rico.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of things happening around the world currently, and you don't necessarily need to know anybody in those locations to understand how horrible it is if you were to wake up and know that a hurricane was coming towards your house.
Yeah, and we know people there, so you know people there. That's
Yeah,
kind of
but-
cool with that tree like that. Right? You never know what something's gonna look like until you put it on there and pull it out.
Ice holes, right
Oh shoot! There we go.
2023.
Sometimes if you drag too many times, you'll be able to slide that shadow over, and it won't even look like it's connected to the tree anymore. Then you have to go backwards to get it to go back there.
Yeah, stop moving shadows, babe.
There
It's
we go.
creepy. It's an X-Men power.
Yeah, watch. We'll just keep swiping it, and it'll shift.
Swipey, swipey, swipey.
Swipey swipers. All right, let's grab a little liner brush, just a little guy, into our paint thinner, right down the ear hole of Josh. Is where you have to look. I don't even know if there's paint thinner in the cup anymore, honestly.
I thought you were about to say, I don't know if there's paint thinner in your ear.
In my ears. All right, let's take our little guy, and why not? We're gonna come up like this, just very lightly, just growing a little branch. That's all you gotta do, but you gotta make sure that you have enough paint thinner on the brush, right? See it dripping down right here? Wants to start to drip. You have to have it really wet and watery like that.
Erica Mann says, found you off your music painting boy
Yeah.
randomly popped up on my feed.
Excellent, I love that music video.
If you are looking for some humor in your life, you can go to TikTok and watch Josh at Paint with Josh K on TikTok. He does post some funny little bits over there.
We do.
I love how you say we.
I have all sorts of little short painting videos, of funny little videos, of
time lapse if you
time lapse videos on how to do clouds, how to paint, waterfalls, how to do this, like all sorts of little shorts, and they entice you to go to the YouTube channel where you can see, full length stuff like that. At least I hope that's what they do. There we go. All these little branchies. Little branchiness. Branch, mommy.
Ranch, mommy.
There we go. Why don't we put just one more little guy. Maybe he's off over here. Right? Gotta have a lot of paint thinner on your brush, otherwise it's not going to come off and look like a branch. Right? My man. My man. Okay, I guess there is some thinner in here. There's a little bit. All right. It's much easier over here. Let's wash this guy and wash some brushes off. You guys can catch back up. Washing brushes, babe. Tell them where to go.
Shout out to Strider, who is currently in hospital in California, digging this painting right now, watching.
Thank you.
Shout out to all the other kids, Carmen, Kaylee, and anybody else, Leslie, who's obviously watching right now.
Leslie!
It's about that time, without sounding like a broken record, if you are watching on YouTube and or Facebook.
It's about that time. In a minute, I'm gonna need a little bit of oil painting to pump me up. Something with my Rassies. I can't remember the rest of the lyrics. Go ahead.
Okay.
So if you are watching on YouTube, pressing that thumbs up means a huge deal to the channel. Massive, massive, massive support shown to YouTube. Obviously, will keep our Josh's videos, forefront so that other people can see it. Sharing it on Facebook, sharing it on your live feed, on your feed on Facebook. Whether it's the YouTube feed or the Facebook feed, it does not matter. We did recently hit 10,000 followers on Facebook. We are trying to grow that.
We did.
Trying to get to 10,000 on YouTube as well. And we cannot do it without you. So if you can share, like, comment, it does make a massive difference to the channel, the life of the channel, and obviously showing that video to other people. If you wish to listen to videos without my voice in the background, you can do so for the price of a very expensive coffee every month on YouTube and Facebook, and get super, super, super private material that isn't available to anyone else.
True.
And if you want to send super stickers, you can do that on YouTube. If you want to send stars, you can do that on Facebook. It looks here like Josh is painting a fence. Are you painting a fence?
Painting a fence.
Painting a fence? One fence coming up.
Might take offense at that.
Ha, ha. I'm pleased you didn't paint a camping site. That would have been intense.
Intense. That's funny.
London's hilarious.
It's very cool. I kind of like that. All right, now they're kind of sitting up a bit too high though. So let's create like a cool little thing for them to live on. Like a little shelf, right? Just by pulling down, very slightly. Grab a little bit of blue, a little bit of black, a little bit of crimson. Just pull it down. Right, very short little thing. Now, to make it soft, we're going to very lightly pull down on the whole thing. Not trying to make it grow, just trying to get it to go soft. There we go. Right? And then, what was my idea? Oh, it's a little shelf. Yeah, got it. Got it. Now we're going to take the bottom, pull out the bottom so it's a little flatter. See that? Now it's sitting up on something. And then we can decide what we want it to look like. Let's get a little bit more white. Start over here.
Craig Jorgensen just sent another 100 stars, but for the purposes of the painting and the detail that you are doing, I refuse to tickle you.
Oh, well, thank you.
But the wet willy's not out of the game.
Don't wet willy me.
I won't wet willy you.
There we go. Just right down to the ice hole. Bam. You can wet willy me, but just don't let me know it's coming. I don't want to prep for it. It's got to be organic willying.
Organic
Willying.
willying.
Yes, like I said. There we go. Beautiful. That's better. Okay. Now I want to connect these guys onto the bottom. All right, that guy's already there. This guy has a little bit of gap missing. Perfection. Little bit. Don't need a whole lot on the brush, right? And then your angles are most important.
Organic willying.
And as we come closer, these boards get bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, like this guy maybe sits up a little bit higher and a little bit thicker. You know what I mean? Just because he's a little closer. Maybe we had this guy busted off.
Apparently we're
Love
gonna
it when they're
get
falling
a
down
letter
like that.
from Leslie. Did you know about this?
I think I did, and I must have forgotten by now.
So if anybody
There
sends
we go.
Josh anything that's super important, please send it to me.
Tell London. Let's, before we get too far, let's go back, put a little bit of like snowy, birchy bark on this guy.
Craig Jorgensen says hashtag organic willying.
I like Craig.
He's very funny. You should change his name to Craig is hilarious.
Craig is hilarious. There we go. A little bit of white on the tip top of the branch, right? That's all we need.
Branch, my man.
My butt cheeks, my man. All right, let's do a little bit, one more little fence post on the side over here. All right.
For time purposes, Mr. Josh,
Yep.
You are currently at 1 hour and 34 minutes.
Oh, good. All right. I'll be done soon.
Okay.
There we go. Now those ones are the fattest of them all, right here on the end.
The closest.
Okay, London wants to be done, Josh.
Why do
Pick
you
it
not
up.
want to be done? That's not what I meant.
Finish it up, Joshy.
That's not what I said either.
Let's see, a little bit more of that bluish, blackish. Just down here. Same thing, make it soft. Just so it's real dark in the corner. That's all I really want. Is darkness.
I do just want to thank you guys for hanging out with us.
There we go. Beautiful.
I know that in places in the country it is 11:30 at night,
Yep.
and it is 1:35 p.m. in Australia. So thanks for hanging out, spending your lunchtime with us. Really appreciate it.
Yes, we do. That's like a little bridge. Oh, it's like a little bridge. Sorry. I get excited. There we go. I've been wanting to try a bridge, and this is proof positive that Josh could do a bridge if I really wanted to.
You can do bridges, babe.
I would do a bridge on a
You
black
can do
canvas,
bridges.
so. Yeah, I love that little ice hole. Should we put like a... No, I don't even want to mess with it. People are going to look at it and go, what the hell is that? And that's what I like. Okay, let's finish the poles with a little bit of snowy highlights and then we'll be done. Take a little bit of the white. We have a little bit of liquid white. You don't need a whole lot, and there's already some in this pile. Just
We
a...
won't be done. There's no birds and no signature.
No, we'll be done. Just a little bit of liquid white with the titanium white together and just cover half of the
12:30
post.
a.m. in Camp Breton.
Half the post, not the whole post. 12:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And he's out there trying to catch a hurricane.
Yeah.
Half the post, not the whole post. Tell yourself, do less. Only cover half of the darkness. You have to leave
Do
some.
you see these posts? There are 5 posts. All I'm asking from you guys is 1 post on your news feed. If you
Yeah,
can get
right?
that taken care of, that would be amazing. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
London, you're the best.
London is hilarious. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but it's true.
Just on the top, leave a little bit of darkness. Right? If the snow is resting on top of those guys, then there'll be a little shadow underneath. Right? And it doesn't have to be this perfect straight line because it's all jumbled up and messy. It's fantastic. Okay, 4 more little bits. A little bit of snow on that guy. A little bit of snow on this guy. Right? Just separates him from the tree. A little bit of snow on this guy. And this piggy went all the way home. Bam! Just like that. Very cool. Very, very cool. Maybe throw just a little bit of snowfall down around the bottom here. Right? In different places. Maybe it was like frozen. So cold when the wind blows around here. Woo! Sheesh! Show! It's cold. There we go. Just like that. And then... Too much there.
You know what's
Straight
going to be
up.
funny, babe? We'll travel to the East Coast to do a live painting event. We'll schedule it for like 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and people will be like, I don't get out of bed till 2 because I've been staying up late watching your tutorials for the last 3
Right.
on Friday night.
Just laying it in there with the knife. Nice and thick. And in the foreground. Alright, we get a little bit more details even with our snow. Go over it so lightly. The harder you push, the more it's going to go away. So lightly. Not a crazy angle either. Mostly straight across. Right? It's got to get over there. Just like that. Cool little shadows, cool little highlights. If you don't want them so bright, push them a little bit harder. They'll kind of blend out and grow and change and all sorts of little differences. Very cool. I like this one. Very neat. Very neat. Why don't we do one more little thing just to cover the edge? Where's my big brush? There we go. Just to cover the edge over here, we'll
Ooh,
put like a...
Jonathan Evely just said hurricane is just starting.
Woo!
I don't know how you do it.
I'm going to have to like FaceTime him so we can see.
Oh yeah, babe.
I think it'd be neat. Let's put like one more right here in the middle.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about the danger he's in, just that you can see it through Facebook.
Yeah, that's all.
Babe, is that a giant tree?
Not giant. Just a little guy. Just a little guy.
McGee Skinner says, I wish I could do this. You could do this.
You
if
literally
you watch
can.
Paint with Josh every week.
You literally can do it. A little bit of practice. That's all you need. Anything is possible when you paint with Josh. Alright, we'll even put a little bush underneath that guy too. It'd be very cool. You can even do it with the same brush. Same old fan brush. Just mush in a little bit of bush around the bottom of them just by rotating it around, playing around with it. So pull it out in different places. Back a little bit. Comes a little shadow of itself. Very cool. Just like that. See? One more little thing helps, hon. It all helps. I need to get some new script liners is what I need. Oh, who just left?
Your daughter.
Oh, what's up?
She's driving me banana sandwich.
Oh, why?
She just is.
Okay, a little bit more paint thinner. We just need a couple little limbs off of this guy.
Children, the bestest.
Little limbs, couple little things. There's one over there. Right? Touching so lightly, otherwise they're going to get really big. Right? If we want them to be big, we have to push hard into the canvas. If we want them to be small, we have to pull our brush away and just barely touch.
Storm is intensifying. Jonathan Eagley says, thanks, Josh.
Thanks what?
I just want to see the hurricane. Not.
Oh.
Well, I
No,
mean,
he knows I love him.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he knows that we both do. But, yeah,
Little
Jonathan,
things.
when the live is over, if Josh can ever wrap it up and it doesn't turn into a 3-hour live, we will try and give you a call.
See,
Through
London wants to
Facebook.
go, it sounds like.
No, babe,
I'm just
normally a Friday
kidding.
night freestyle is an hour long.
It's an hour and a half on the Facebook.
Okay, well, we're over by 11 minutes.
Okay, well then we're done. Look, this limb right here, okay, it kind of came down too far.
That's fine, it's the
And it's
snow.
in a
Just put some
place-
snow on it and then it
It's
would
in
have
a
broken.
place. Look, it's in a place where you can literally wipe it away. It's gone. Look at that. Right? Because we're using a very thin amount of paint, you can go back, shape that branch back, and now take away those bits that we didn't like, right? Just like that. Back and forth. Man. Who's the best tutorialist? You know, it's me. That's right.
His name is Paint with Josh.
Yeah, it's me. Okay, can we zoom out, hun? And we'll be
Born
done.
in 1985, coming to you live in 2022. Babe, you need some birds.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna put them in right now. We'll be done. We'll get a couple little birdie turdies in there.
And then you can write in the bottom left or right hand corner. Just kidding.
Ha.
Big shout out to John Krasniak, whose birthday it was.
It was today, yeah.
Yeah, today. I
Very
did wish him
cool.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, JK, my dude.
I wrote on his Facebook, happy birthday to my other favorite JK.
That's funny.
Funny. London's hilarious, in case you didn't know.
I knew.
I knew too.
And if you guys are like, what's the significance of these birds? I see them all the time in your paintings. Why are they there all the time? Well, they represent myself, my gorgeous wife, and our beautiful daughter. And they go into every single painting, unless I forget. If no one's around to remind me, I have forgotten in the past.
And some people do have some unbirded.
That's true. If you have an unbirded one, that one's going to be extremely valuable
worth
in
a
the future.
fortune.
Because most of them have the birds. Most all.
I'm looking at all of them right now.
Shoot, I brought the cup over here. There we go. Alright, so we want to thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out and doing all the cool stuff, sending all the stars and the love and the comments and the tappy taps on the emojis until you get banned by by Facebook, which has happened to some fans. That's the sacrifices we make for Paint with Josh. Right? Right. Okay. I did not like the stool.
Okay, we'll get you a new one, babe.
The stool was rough on my bum. I do like to stand when I paint, only because my back is. I always had back problems.
Wooden stool while painting, 0 out of 10. Don't
Yeah.
recommend.
Don't recommend the stool on my hard butt cheeks with no padding, either on my cheeks or on the stool.
I'll get you a drum stool, baby.
Let's see. We need to put one in our Amazon wish list.
No,
And I really
I'll buy
need-
you the drum stool, babe.
I would really like somebody if those those splatter paint shoes. They look so cool. Sorry, I'm rotating. I'm working the muscles on my butt, trying to get the blood moving back in them. Ah, okay. Holy cow! All right, well, let's go. Can we zoom? Can we go back, like further back, and see more?
Seymour? Who's
See
Seymour?
more butts?
Is that a new person we're bringing into the studio?
Can we still see more butts?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, my legs are asleep. Okay. Yeah, so I want to thank you for tuning in, for hanging out, for sticking with us and watching, for commenting your favorite sandwich, and for, what time it was where you are. All those comments help us reach a wider audience. And if you don't think it's true, it really is. Every time you hit a button, it tells Facebook that we're doing something cool over here and they should show it to more people. And then it goes and it opens up. And then someone else comments and it sends it to more people. And they comment and it sends it to more people. And it goes round and round and round we go. See if we can save any of this paint. Didn't even use any of the browns. Why did we get the brown out? I totally forgot to use it.
I don't say anything about.
Oh, here's a little
paints
bit
that
of-
we use.
I forgot to do this tree too.
I will say this. Jonathan Evely says the hurricane's there, and he would like a phone call from us. So listen.
Okay, I'm going. Gotta make sure it's right. There we go.
We do have some very cool things coming up, so keep an eye on Facebook, keep an eye on TikTok, keep an eye on YouTube.
Definitely.
See, we do have some really cool ideas coming up in the next couple of weeks for our live shows.
And Linda, thank you so much for the palettes and the liquid clear paint that we did. We haven't even used it yet, but the Bob Ross liquid clear, thank you for that. Annette, thank you for the Nick Pro fan brush set. Those are amazing, and I just used one tonight. So thank you for those, thank you for the palettes, and thank you, Cheryl, for the gorgeous easel. It is fantastic, and I can't wait to start doing more things with it. So until we see you guys again next time, either next Friday, on Sunday when we do our Sunday Seascape show, where we literally do this, but an ocean scene instead of a mountain scene or a landscape. We do a seascape on a Sunday. So come hang out with us. See what it's like. Now you've got your little taste of Paint with Josh. Go tell all your friends just how wicked awesome we are. And, share us to your feed. Send us to your grandma. Send us to your dad in the hospital. Say, Dad, I know it's boring in there. You might get a kick out of this guy. He's a hoot, right? So, and then we'll reach one more fan. And it'll all be worth it. So, until we see you guys again next time, either Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, or 5 seconds from now when the video restarts, and we jump right back onto your screen again. You guys take care. Have the rest of a good day. And bow! I don't even know what to do with all this room for activities. Boom! Get him out of here, babe. Bow!
Drink your water, take your medications, try not to listen
Do it.
to the
I'm
media.
so thirsty. Oh my god.
Have a beautiful weekend. I'll see you guys on Sunday.
I almost ran it back into the cup.
Yeah, that would have been gross.
That would have been funny. Ooh.